Hey y'all, my name is Marlee, and if you are new to my channel, clicking on this for the very first time, thank you so much. I hope you hit that subscribe button, like the video, and then let me know in the comments you subscribed so you can be added for my giveaways. Today's video is going to be a little different than my normal ones. Usually I'm doing Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Instacart type vlogs, but today I'm going to be doing a Q&A and an Apple unboxing. I have my new computer right here, so I'm going to be unboxing that. I had a Macbook Pro before. I still have it, but it's a little slow. The charge doesn't hold at all. I bought it used, so you know, secondhand. The charge doesn't stay. It dies super fast. I'm always having problems trying to get my stuff uploaded onto it because it says it's full. The charger cord completely died on me. I had to buy a new one. So I'm still going to have that for backup if I ever need it and for other stuff as well. But I have my new one. So I'm super excited to open it and answer all the questions that y'all asked me over the last couple days. So let me go to my first couple of questions. I have rideshare Lisa asks, do you travel to other markets for work and work? And if you do, where and how is it for you? So I have traveled I've traveled down like 192, which is like the Disney area. And I don't think I did very good. I don't know if it was the day I went or the time that I went. But I haven't went back there. I don't know. It's a lot over there. I go to Claremont area. Claremont, the Uber is not good and DoorDash is okay, but it's mainly Instacarts for Claremont that's gonna make you your money. I've went to Leesburg, which is the opposite way, and Leesburg, no Uber. Uber is trash over there. It's mainly DoorDash and Instacart, and most of the days I did really good over there, but some days, you know, it's a little slower. It's a whole different vibe over there if you go to Leesburg. It's more country, so it's more the orders are a little bit farther, which, you know, is fine for me, but I like Leesburg sometimes. Not all the time. The next question is, my favorite area is Apopka. Apopka, whoa, go lay down. Go lay down, boo-boo. Go. No. He had to make an appearance, y'all. My favorite area is Apopka. That's where I feel like I get the shorter trips. I make the most money. DoorDash, Instacart, and Uber are all good over there. It just depends on the customer, really. So that's why I keep going back to Apopka. Plus, like I said in most of my videos, if you all know, we go to Apopka together. So we just share one car. We don't have to drive both cars. So it saves us on gas that way. My worst delivery experience or most memorable, I would say my most memorable was getting my first $20 tip. That was awesome. That's my most memorable. I remember the first one, my first $20 tip. And then my worst delivery experience, I can't even remember what I could say would be my worst. I mean, the long waits are pretty bad, but I wouldn't say that's like worst material. I don't know, y'all. Worst delivery experience. I don't know. I can't think of nothing right now, y'all. I'm going to go back to that. But that was from Patrick Gill. Patrick Gill asked me that. He also asked, How have your personal accept and decline standards changed over time? What will drive you to break your own rules and minimums? How often do you regret when you do? So when I first started doing Uber when I first started, it was just Uber. I had signed up for DoorDash like the year prior, but I went out one time and never actually took a ride. So I was like, you know what? I gave up. I didn't like it. But that was probably because I was down south when I did that. So I don't know if it was maybe the area I was in. I don't know. So when I first actually started, I started with Uber Eats and I was taking all the trips. I didn't know that this GigTube world even existed. And then once I found it, that changed my perspective on things. I didn't take the $3 trips no more because that was the minimum. Now it's $2 and then $2.50 with DoorDash, and so I don't do that. Then I moved up to $1 a mile, and I'm like, you know what, $1 a mile is good. And now it's $2 a mile. I really prefer the $2 a mile. I don't think I really break that very often. If I do, it's to see like maybe if it'll be like a unicorn order where they'll tip more afterwards. Because some people say like the long deliveries are worth it, but in my experience, they're not usually worth it. So that's why I'm like, I'm not gonna go 9 miles for $10 or $12 or $13. It's, to me, in my opinion, it's not worth it. Maybe 1 out of every 5 of those deliveries would tip more. So I just don't do it anymore. But that's that. Do I regret it if I do? Sometimes. I would say probably once or twice I'll regret it because then you don't get a ride the whole way back. You don't know how far it is, or maybe the people are nasty, or they ask you for extra stuff. Maybe you have to wait very long at the restaurant, which if I regret it, that's mainly the reason, is because I'm taking a $5 order for a 15-20 minute wait, and it's just not worth it, y'all. Side Jobs 305 says, do you like Florida? If not so much, where's your ideal place to live? I love Florida and I love living in Florida. I do not like the heat. That is about the only thing that I don't like about Florida is the heat. If I could move and have my family, like, my mom and dad and, my partner's mom and family go with us, I would love if we could move a little bit more north where it's a little cold, like in the winter, maybe a little snow. But I don't think that's ever going to happen. I think I'm going to be in Florida forever. But yeah, definitely somewhere where it is cold. But let's get to opening this bad boy. So I do have a little handy dandy knife opener, box cutter if I need it, and I have my scissors if I need it, but hopefully I will not need it because there is a little pull tab on the back of the box.
It's about to go down.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh wow, it's in packaging too. Ooh. 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 Oh. I'm in love, y'all. I'm in love. Now it's empty. Put that over there. Put that in there. So I didn't need no box cutter. I didn't need no scissors. Apple. Ooh. Ooh. MacBook Air. It is a MacBook Air 13-inch gold. 8C CPU. I don't know what any of that means. 8 gigabytes. 256 gigabytes. I don't know what that means either. I don't know, y'all, but ooh, it is nice. Let's see. How are we gonna get this bad boy open? Maybe I'll use the knife cutter for that. The only thing is, I don't know how to close the knife. Oh, I got it. I got it. So the next question is, who are your favorite Dash tubers and why? So I try to watch quite a few, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't really been watching anybody. I just feel like I don't have a lot of time, and I have like TV shows that I've been trying to watch, and like I don't watch actual TV. I watch like Netflix and YouTube, not YouTube, but Netflix and Hulu and Paramount Plus, I think it is. So I have like whole series that I've been watching. So right now I think we're watching All American and then a whole another show. So I haven't really been watching very many YouTube. And then during the day when I used to try and watch the YouTube videos, since I started Instacart, I really have not been able to watch the YouTube videos because if y'all know and you do Instacart, you can't take your eyes off the Instacart screen. If you take your eyes off the screen, you miss the orders. They go like this. They show up, they're gone. They show up, they're gone because people take them so fast. But I do like to watch Sarah Elizabeth. She's the one that got me started doing YouTube, so I'll watch her. And plus, she's like a neighbor. She lives like maybe an hour away. I watch Nugs sometimes. He's funny. He has funny videos. I watch Pedro, DoorDash, Santiago, which I'm not gonna lie, I haven't watched one in a while. And then Kim's Side Money Plans. I watch her. She's in New York. She's pretty funny too. So I watch, those are my main ones that I watch. And Brandy, but Brandy, she just stopped doing DoorDash. She's having a baby now, so her channel is kind of shifted a little bit, but I still watch her videos. I love babies, so of course I'm gonna watch it. But let's see, go back to opening this bad boy. I can just rip the plastic. I did use the knife to just slice it just a little bit. I'm trying not to slice my finger off with that thing. That would be crazy. Ooh. Put this up here in the trash, in the trash. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. The anticipation is real, y'all. It ain't coming out. Let me just keep holding it. It'll drop out eventually. Oh my gosh. This is the most sexiest thing I've ever seen in my life. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So they wrapped the whole thing in this little thing. I guess like when you get your phone, it's wrapped in this too. Ooh. Ooh. But I never bought like a new Apple computer before. This is my first time, y'all, so I'm so excited. It came with, let's see, a charger cord. Oh, and that is so nice because this is the charger cord for the old one. It's this big boxy thing. Sometimes this little piece comes off. In the old charger, this piece always comes off when you plug it in. This one's a lot better. It doesn't come off as easy because it's newer. But then it has this type of charger, like the whole thing. So no store even carries this anymore. I had to order this online. Ooh, that's gonna be so much better. USB-C, baby. Designed by Apple in California. Oh yeah, so much smaller. Look at the size difference. Wow. Ah, that's crazy. That is so nice, so nice. That's like the phone chargers that they sell, but I think this one is a little bit bigger, so probably has better charge. Ooh, and that is what's in the box, in this little pamphlet thing. I'm sure it's got the stickers in there, but you know, I don't know why. Oh my gosh. That is beautiful. I've never seen a different color Apple sticker. That is my first time ever seeing a different color Apple sticker. Oh, I like that, yo. They have the white ones, and I was just gonna say, I don't know why people they put them on their cars, and I'm like, why are you advertising that you have the Apple? Because you know if they put that sticker on their car, they probably have Apple. But that is what is in the box. The box has that in there. The actual box is underneath the little pamphlet there. Ooh, I wonder if it has charge or if I have to charge it. Put that over there. All right, so let's go to the next question. Have I always lived in Florida? Oh, and the last question, who are my favorite Dash Troopers and why, was Poetic Sin. And I like them because I like them. I don't know. They're funny. They're down to earth. They're relatable. I wish I could watch everybody, but I just can't. Phil Benson commented, have you always lived in Florida? Pretty much, yes. I know, like, of course, when I was like a baby, I think we lived in Ohio for maybe like 8-9 months. I think I was like 2 maybe or 3, but then we came right back down to Florida. And then when I was 15, I did go to live with my dad in Georgia for 3 years. So I actually graduated high school in Georgia, and then I came back down to Florida. Jay Haynes. Oh no, I saved that because I want to look up that brand of flip-flop or sandal, whatever it is. I already answered that question. So when you do the Instacart for Aldi's, does the customer tell you how many bags to buy, or do you buy how many you think you're going to need? Yes. So you end up buying how many you think you're going to need, and you just hope that you have enough. Otherwise, I think you just have to go back and buy your own bags, because once you put all your stuff up on the belt for them to scan and they scan your bags, you pay for it, and then it's going to ask you how many bags did you buy for the customer. You put like 5, and then you go to the side and start bagging. But if you don't have enough bags, you're going to have to go back and buy them yourself, which they're like 9 or 10 cents, so it's nothing crazy. The first time I did it, I actually bought them myself because I didn't know that, but it was fine. It was like $1 and change or something that I spent on bags for one time. But then I'm like, oh, I didn't know that they actually provide the bag, you know? Well, they don't provide it, but you pay for it with the customer's Instacart funds. Do I ring the doorbell after drop off? I do not. I don't ring the doorbell unless they ask me to. The only time that I would probably ring the doorbell if they didn't ask me is if they got ice cream, or either like ice cream from Publix or the store, or ice cream from any restaurant that they ordered from. If it doesn't say to knock or ring the doorbell, I probably would, just because I don't want their stuff to melt. And sometimes maybe they're in the bathroom, or maybe they're watching TV or not paying attention to their phone, and maybe they don't realize that I'm getting there as soon as I am. So I don't want their stuff to melt. I don't want to get a bad review because they got ice cream. But other than that, no, I don't ring the doorbell or knock unless they ask me to. What kind of computer did I get, and what factors did you base your decision on to get your computer? That's from Pam M. So I got Apple computer because I have an iPhone and I have the Apple Watch and the AirPods. So I really like Apple. So with Apple, if you have the computer, you can just send the stuff right from your phone, or it automatically saves, I think, actually, to the computer. I'm not very techy, but that's why I did that. And then I know this one has like a chip for memory instead of a hard drive. So I think it's a lot easier to upgrade if you have the chip instead of the hard drive. I think this one also has Touch ID, which is going to be interesting. I didn't know computers did that. But that's how I did that. And now those are all the questions that I screenshotted. So let me go to the actual post so we can see what other questions there was. Because I screenshotted the ones that y'all asked me like under different posts. So let's see. Go to the last one first. My largest tip from Patrick Gill again. He asked a lot of questions. But my largest tip I think was $30. That was the delivery that I did, the delivery order. It was $35 altogether, but $5 was because it was a delivery. All right, so let's see. Let's take this off. Ooh. Oh my goodness, y'all. I am in love with this bad boy. Let me see what's on the side. So it's very thin. So I have the other computer here. Uh-oh. All right, I see one thing that I'm not sure about now. So with the GoPro, I use the little memory chip, and I've been just putting them from the memory chip into this adapter and putting it on the side of the computer and then putting them on that way. But this one, I don't see that. The only thing I see is maybe like a headphone jack and then 2 USB-Cs. So I don't know how that's gonna work. Ooh. Ding. Ooh. So she's starting up. Ooh. I don't know how it's gonna have Touch ID. Where's the Touch ID at? That's what it looks like. I don't know if y'all can see that because I have
to use English as the main language, press the return key.
She talks. Return key? Which one is the return key? I don't even know. Oh, duh. It says return. Enter. Ooh. Select my country or region. Is it touchscreen? No. So no touchscreen. Accessibility. So it's asking about my accessibility. Accessibility features adapt your Mac to your individual needs. You can turn them on now to help you finish setting up and further customize them later in system preferences. See what's available in each one of the categories below. I don't need that, so I'm just gonna hit not now. Ooh, I gotta connect to my Wi-Fi. I think this is me. What's my password for the Wi-Fi? Let's see. Let me see if that works. I don't know. All right, the next one is, so $30 tip is the largest tip that I've got for that big Instacart delivery only from the liquor store. It was like 4 boxes of bottles of wine. Do I ever get frustrated? So that's from Imani Lee. Do you ever get frustrated? Not necessarily while doing deliveries. Of course I do. I have a daughter in middle school. Oh man, she's a preteen, so she's like full of attitude. Don't want to listen. So of course I get frustrated with that as a mom. I get frustrated driving because people don't know how to drive. And of course when I'm waiting long times at restaurants with doing DoorDash and Uber and stuff like that, I get frustrated. When I went to Sam's and the customer's card wouldn't work in the app, the Instacart app, I got very frustrated because I'm like, what am I supposed to do? I felt like I could feel myself like getting frustrated, and When I get frustrated, my face turns red, my neck turns red, a lot of times. So I knew I could feel it. I was turning red. I already answered that question. Have I always lived in Florida? Pretty much, yeah. Only like 3 years of my life I haven't. What's the craziest order I had? That's ATS Big Game Fishing. I don't know if I've had a crazy order. I mean, I've had people only order ice cream. But other than that, like I've never had to pick up anything crazy. Not that I can think of. Never had to do anything adult, like no picking up any of that kind of stuff. So I don't think there's nothing crazy, y'all. Not that I can think of off my top of my head, though. Is Patience my only child? How old is she, and how old were you when I had her? So I don't really want to say her age. She is, you know, like she's in middle school, so that kind of gives you an idea. How old was I? I was 18 when I got pregnant and 19 when I had her. So not too young, not too old. But that is that. She is my only child. During your outro, that was Corinne Parker, by the way. Corinne Parker asked that question. Next question from Rangers Baseball. Asked about if, because I had a ukulele behind me, if I play instruments. I play no instruments at all. I am not musically inclined at all. I never played sports either. I think I wanted to, but I never really did. Like, I know in school I did like cheerleading and like I think that's it. Like after school, so, you know, you have like the cheerleading and the baton and the ribbon and baton. I don't even know if they do that anymore. I don't think they do. Schools have changed a lot. And then like in school, like during gym class, I loved volleyball and I loved running, but I never actually played on a team or anything like that. Scorpion Heat Seeker says, do I like spicy foods? I do, but my stomach cannot handle them. I try to eat spicy foods. Like I like some Indian foods, and I like some Chinese food that's a little spicy. But if it's too spicy, I can't eat it because it just tears my stomach up. Like my stomach cannot handle it no more. Like the older you get, the less you can handle. That's how I say that. Let me see. Now we got data and privacy. I guess I typed in the right password for the Wi-Fi, so that's good. I didn't know if I did or not. Now I have migration assistant. If you have information on another Mac or Windows PC, you can transfer it to this Mac. You can also transfer information from a time machine backup or another startup disk. A time machine backup? That sounds like a time machine. I don't know. From a Mac time machine or back. I'm just gonna hit not now because I don't really have anything. Sign in with your Apple ID. Ooh, what is my Apple ID? I don't even know. Gotta look that up. Let's see. How much did you make when working at Walmart? Did it change much when you became a manager? So when I first started, I was making like $7.45. That was a long time ago. $7.45 I was making. And then when I got promoted, I can't even remember how much I made. I know it was more. It was probably a couple dollars more when I first got promoted. And then every year from there, I would probably get like a 50 cents raise or 40 cents raise because that's how Walmart was. And then when I took the departments with the register, I got paid even more. And then over the time, like the minimum wage would go up or Walmart's policy would go up. So then they said, if you have a register, you have to work every Saturday. You get $15 an hour, and you work every Saturday, get one Saturday off. So I was making like 15 something an hour. And then when I moved up to Central Florida, so before I moved, I was making like $15.91, I think. And then when I moved to Central Florida, I went to the toy department, so I wasn't making as much money. I was making like, but I thought I was gonna lose like $1, $2, $3 because I don't, you should have been making like 13. But up here, it wasn't like that. I only lost like 80 cents, so I was making like 15.12 an hour. And then when it was time for, did I even get my annual? I don't think I did. I did not, because I started up here in July, the middle of July. So my review should have been in April or May, but Walmart always changes when they do them. So I don't think I got a raise. I don't think I was there for that. So I was on my leave of absence already. But so the most I ever made was $15.91. But if you had to register without a department, a department without a register, you should have made like $13 an hour. But you only had to work one weekend instead. But you know how that goes. They want you to work every weekend anyways, and they want you to break that. So it's like, no, you have to fight for it. You really have to fight. Because it's like, policy says you only work one weekend, but you're having me work every weekend. That doesn't make sense. Why? I'm not getting paid more than like the other people. So that was that. But you do get paid a little bit more, a couple more dollars. But now they don't even have department manager positions. They got rid of that position, so I would have lost money anyways. What's the earliest and latest gig you have done? Crochet. The earliest I've started was probably like 7 a.m. The latest I've went, I think, is like 1 a.m. I think I usually sometimes, when you get going, it's like a rush. So it's like you don't want to stop. So that was probably one of those times. Or I just needed to hit my goal, so I kept going until like 1 o'clock. But now I think the latest is like usually like 12 is the latest that I'll work, and that's probably like a Friday night. Corinne Parker, do you have a favorite gig app out of the ones that you do? Which one would you say is the best and most worth it for the money and time? So with Instacart, if you can get an Instacart for $50 or over, you can make $50 in like an hour and a half. So for me, I would say Instacart is the most worth it. It's more work, of course. So if you don't like grocery shopping, you're not going to like Instacart. But I actually love grocery shopping. So it's good for me. Uber, DoorDash, and all the other ones where you just grab and go. Those are ones that you can make more money. Maybe in like an hour you could do 2 or 3 trips. Then maybe you can make $25, $30 an hour. But most of the time you're not going to make $50 in an hour and a half. Most of the time you can, it's possible, but most of the time you're not. And with Instacart you can. Instacart, you can make over $100 in an hour and a half, 2 hours. So it really depends on your area, your customers. But my favorite one now is Instacart because number 1, I love grocery shopping. Number 2, you can make more in the same amount of time. You don't have to go, pick up at, let's say, McDonald's, wait there 15 minutes, then drop it off. Then you don't, go to Taco Bell, wait 5 minutes, go drop that off, come back, go to Chick-fil-A, wait there for 5 minutes, go drop that off. I've been grocery shopping the whole time. I don't have to do that. So that is my favorite gig app now. It used to be Uber. When I had Uber, DoorDash, and Postmates, it was Uber because Uber is the best one to me. Out of all right, so back now. I had to charge the camera a little bit. The GoPro, the thing they don't tell you about that is they die really fast. You don't even get like an hour worth of record time. So, and I don't have backup batteries. I never got one. I should have, but I did not. So once it dies, I have to charge it. And how I have it set up on the ring light, I can't charge it because it kind of like, you know. But now we're here with I signed into my iCloud. I didn't show that on camera because it's my iCloud. But now I have this up where it says like to accept the terms. So I'm going to, I have read them, even though whoever reads the terms and agreements could not activate iCloud because of a server error. Oh boy, this is how we're gonna start again. Maybe because I took too long. Agree. So it just popped up with the same thing. Uh-oh, it won't let me sign on. Create a computer account. Fill in the following information so I have to make, it wants my name, an account name, a password, and then a hint. I'm not going to use that as my user account, but I don't want that as my home folder. I'm going to put mama. Password. Boochie. What's going on, Boochie? Allow my Apple ID to reset this password. And it cannot be the same as my iCloud password. Okay, I'll change the password. Let's see. We shall do this one. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to set this thing up, and it's like, nah, can't be that password. Can't be the same. Let's see if that works. And it put my home folder with a lowercase m. Well, the account is creating, I guess. We'll see if it works. Setting up account. Oh, she's setting up. All right, so while that's doing that, let's go to the next question. The Color Black asked, what are your long-term goals career-wise? I'm assuming you don't plan on doing gig app the rest of your life. No, I definitely don't plan on doing gig apps the rest of my life. That would be a little crazy. I don't want to be like 80 and having to, do gig apps. Enter. Okay, so now it's asking me to enter my phone's password. So let me enter my phone password. So I'm doing that. So overall, I would like to become self-sufficient where I don't have to do the gig apps. I want to probably still do it just to do it like full-time, like part-time, to where I can still make these types of videos for y'all, but maybe like not as often, maybe like once or twice a week instead of 5 days a week. But but I want to be able to like travel and maybe make some YouTube videos on that and have my own business like online, like an online store. And I'm working towards that a little bit. As a family unit, we're kind of doing it together. So, and then I did put we put the Nissan up for rent. You know how you can like tow it out and stuff. So I got a bunch of stuff going on, y'all. I'm not just trying to gig out the rest of my life. That would be crazy. You always want to have room for improvement and improve. You don't want to stay at the same place forever. So that it would be my goal. Find My allows you to locate this Mac on a map, send it messages, and remotely lock or erase it. Find My will use the Apple ID, which is my Apple ID. Find My also protects your Mac with activation lock, which prevents anyone else from using your Mac if it's ever lost or stolen. So that's good. We're going to continue. Express setup. You have signed into your Apple ID for iCloud, the App Store, and other Apple services. This feature and settings below will be set up for you, or you can customize the settings yourself. So I'm just going to hit continue because I'm not trying to do all that. Analytics. Help app developers improve their products and services automatically. And then you can click on share, crash, and usage data with app developers. I'm just going to hit continue. I don't want to do that. Screen time. Get insights about your screen time, that's always good to see how long you're on your screen and stuff. Unfortunately, when you're doing gig apps, you're kind of on the phone all the time. So continue. Siri. So we want to enable Siri. Enable Ask Siri. Siri helps you get things done just by asking. Siri can also make suggestions before you ask in apps, search, and keyboards. So enable Ask Siri. Set up Hey Siri. This helps Siri recognize your voice when you say Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Did I do it right? Oh. Hey Siri. Hey Siri, open the Documents folder. Hey Siri, show my downloads. Hey Siri, what's the weather? Hey Siri, what does the rest of my day look like? All right, Hey Siri is ready. Improve Siri and dictation. Help improve Siri and dictation by allowing Apple to store audio of your Siri and dictation interactions from this Mac. Apple may review a sample of the stored audio. You can change this later in system preferences. This data is not associated with your Apple ID and will only be stored for a limited period. I guess we can share that because sometimes they be really killing me with the stuff they say when I use talk to text. File vault disk encryption. All right, I don't know what that is. File vault disk encryption. File vault secures your data by encrypting the contents of your disk and locking your screen with a password. Okay. Allow my iCloud account to unlock my disk. Turn on file vault disk encryption. Just gonna continue. Touch ID. Oh, Touch ID uses your fingerprint to unlock your Mac and make purchases with Apple Pay. Start by placing your finger or thumb on Touch ID. And I was wondering where it was, but it's right there. This little one up here in the top corner. Right there. That's pretty cool. My thumbprint. Ooh, it's like when you do it to your phone. Ooh. Yes, baby, yes. Yes. Now it's doing all the little other pieces of my thumb. Touch ID is ready. Your fingerprint can be used to unlock your Mac. Yes. Now, if somebody ever kills me, they just have to use my thumbprint to get in there. Pay. I want to set that up later. Can we set that up later? Choose your look. Select an appearance to see how the dock, menus, buttons, and windows adjust depending on which one you choose. You can set this up later in settings. So it says light, dark, or auto. I think I'm just going to do auto so it does it both. Because I kind of like the dark, but I don't want to be stuck on dark, you know? True tone display. Your Mac automatically adapts to ambient lighting conditions to make colors appear consistent in different environments. You can change this later. I'm just going to hit continue because I don't even know what that is. All right. So that was my long-term goal type question. I want to be self-sufficient, have my own business. How have your personal... Oh, I already answered that already. Have you heard... Sarah says, have you heard of the Gig Tubers conference that Pedro DoorDash Santiago is putting together for next summer? If so, what do you think and would you be going? I know he was talking about it, but like I said earlier, I haven't really been watching too many videos, and so I'm not 100% on what that is. Calendar would like to use your current location. So I'm just gonna say okay. If it's somewhere close, if he comes to Florida, if they come to Florida and do it, I would totally go. But if it's like in Vegas or somewhere else, I would really have to see if I could even go. I wouldn't want to be on any type of panel or anything. I'm way too shy of a person for that. But I think it would be interesting to go and meet other people, just not like be like, you know, like how I am now, like on a panel. That would be too uncomfortable for me. Says your Apple ID and phone number are now being used for iMessage and FaceTime on a new Mac. If you recently signed into Marlee's MacBook Air, you can ignore this notification. Yes, y'all. I'm so excited. You know, I wish I had I need to get another GoPro too, so because I could have been filming like from this angle the whole time, and I didn't even think of that. I just put y'all like right here. I could have used the computer to film. Dang, y'all, I'm slacking. Oh, that was my dog. He just shook his body. And I know I saw he just asked too, like where would be places that they could have it. And if they come to Florida, if they went to South Florida, I would not go to Miami. Miami is just too much for me. If they did Fort Lauderdale or Orlando or maybe somewhere in North Florida, I could handle that. But as far as Miami, I don't think I would go to Miami for a Gig Tubers conference. I don't know. As of right now, I don't think I would. But hey, I'd be interested. I know Tanner, I've watched a couple of his videos and he does like the acrobatics and stuff, and the last one I watched of him, he said he was coming to Florida for a show. I forget where in Florida. I think Tampa, and Tampa of course is like an hour from me, so I could definitely go there and see his show. That would be pretty cool. What does my significant other do? I don't believe I've ever heard you mention. So I have never mentioned it. They are very private about what they do. So the most I'm allowed to say is that they're a manager at a restaurant. That's all that they want out there. So yeah. I mean, I could probably tell Sarah Elizabeth personally what they do, but as far as all of YouTube, no. We did have like a family channel, but we kind of stopped doing that for YouTube. So that's why it was like, you know, some people just put their whole life out there, and then some people are a little more private, and they're one of those types. They don't like their info out there like that. So they are a manager at a restaurant, which is pretty cool. Of course, just like Walmart, that has a good and the bad and the ugly, because it's all drama and people call out all the time and all that good stuff. But that's, you know, that's how it goes. But I think that's it, y'all. I think the only problem that I have so far with the computer is that I don't know how I'm gonna get my clips onto the computer from the GoPro. I'm gonna have to figure that out. But oh y'all, I am in love. Where's my iMovie? I need iMovie. That's how I upload my pictures. I mean my videos, is I use iMovie. Yep. iMovie. Yes, baby, yes. Yes. Woo. iMovie. That's how, yeah. There is a program too that I really like for the computers, but it's like $300. So I'm like, no, I'll just use iMovie for free. I think that's about it, y'all. If you have any more questions, I can definitely do another Q&A. But as of right now, I just answered all the questions, you guys. I hope you learned a lot about me from this video. I don't think there was too many like super personal ones. It was kind of like a mix of personal and work related. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great weekend, and any other questions, well, a great week. I'll probably post this video up on Tuesday. My video for today is gonna be a little late, y'all, but yeah, I'm super excited to start using my new computer, and I will see y'all next week.